Seems like Purdue's picking Ilios here. Purdue Black. There's no names, but it's Purdue Black versus Wright State Green. We already have a fan in chat for Mecha Ray saying he's gonna die. It looks like Ilios is first map. I have no idea the team composition either team's going to play. Well, we're going to see because we have all spec at least. One of the most frustrating things. Yeah, exactly. One of the most frustrating things when you don't have all spec is when you're trying to cast and you're looking at your own team and you're trying to alt track the enemies because you don't have the actual numbers. So you're over here like, oh my god, I think they're gonna earth shatter this fight, and then they do, and you're like, oh my god, I'm right. Oh yeah, when you can cast and alt track at the same time. 4K pulse bomb, yippee. I'm just gonna assume Mecha Ray plays Tracer. Oh, chat. GM Ash apparently. That's Ash looks like the main hero here. At least in competitive. A lot of Sigma. But I mean, we'll see. Just an opportunity to get familiar with the players and how they play and what they do. But I'm excited. Oh, there's a ban of Hazard from Purdue Black here. It seems like they do not want to get walked down. Hazard's really strong in this map because on Lighthouse, he can basically just control the enemy team's high ground and make it really annoying for them to get it. So it's a pretty normal ban for this type of map, especially because Hazard's in a pretty strong place right now in the game. I also have no idea if the spectating UI has tools to actually see what perks people pick, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. True. I don't know if we have a scoreboard for damage or the ability to see what perks people are picking, but that's okay. All right, so it looks like Wright State is banning the Cassidy. Bit of an interesting pick. He's decently strong on Well, but he's pretty diveable in most other maps. If you have like a pocket or something on him on Ruins, maybe. They could also be going for the angle of playing a flyer. Echo's pretty weak right now, but Farah's decent. So if they want to play Farah, maybe they ban Cast because he's a decent counterplay on this map. You a fan of Farah? Both. That's actually, and a lot of people hate playing against Farah. So that's kind of a refreshing opinion. Yeah, nothing could be worse than Sombra. That's true. I mean, interestingly, it's probably like it, especially in ranked, it's not that deep. But really interestingly, right now, hit scan is probably the weakest it's ever been in the history of this game in terms of meta. Um, True. Yeah, not being able to just click on her. We're asking for the ready from Purdue Black. I'm ready for this game. I can't wait to see the comps they whip out. I really accept. Okay, I'm a pronounced Wrecking Ball hater. I hate that hero. So I really hope not to see the hamster on my screen. Yeah, I mean, they could be going for something like that where.
Now arriving at Elix. Initiating match.
Yeah, okay, so we're on Ilios. Let's see what team comps they're gonna go for. Ruins is the first map. No locks yet, just because the random section. Then we'll actually be able to see what players play, who's playing what. All right,
Oh,
Rafflecopter is the tank, it looks like. And unfortunately,
there's
like
the
I
ball
said,
mirror.
Wrecking
There's the
Ball
ball
is
mirror.
strong on, oh my god, we've got complete mirror comps. Ball comps here with Genji Flex DPS from both Wright State, which is the red, and Purdue Black, which is
Oh,
the blue.
they almost played the exact same comp. Genji, Ball, Lucio, Kiriko,
I
Sojourn.
think they
But
are, but I think the Sojourn on Wright State is TPing out of spawn, and the Genji on Purdue is TPing out of spawn.
oh, I think the sim on. Oh no, they're swapping back.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So they swap. They're playing for point control here.
Oh yeah,
We've
no, they
got
sure are.
Purdue's Balls playing for. I mean, obviously, it's going to be looking for an angle to either displace or dive the Sojourn with the Kiri pocket. But these people are going to be playing really slow. The ball is already in.
Pretty interesting. It does look like Vestack was looking for an angle on the right into Kiri, Lucio, Sojourn.
Yeah, I mean, the
Early.
ball players here are both just playing slow, looking for an ability to dive. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Looks like Rafflecopter slamming onto the other ball.
I mean, that's actually huge. Being down
Yeah,
your ball is being down basically the core of your team, so they're trading 1-for-1. This is very good for Purdue Black.
yeah.
They
They're
should
not
be
able
able to
to
just
move
walk
in
them down.
space.
Yeah. Slam from Rafflecopter. Looking for the Lucio. Not even the
The
Lucio.
ball's back in the game. Yeah.
I mean, let's see what Rafflecopter's looking at here.
Oh, I mean, okay.
They pick on the Lucio. I mean, the way you see these comps, it's really just the ball POV because the
Yeah.
ball's making all the space here.
And then everyone else is looking for picks.
Exactly.
I
Got a
mean,
Kiriko on top left though, off angle. It looks like the ball's looking for the slam, but there's a slam in the Purdue backline. They're getting
oh
dove.
goodness, they're all grouped up in here. We've got
Kind of
Leviathan
sandwiched in
killing
here.
everyone. Yeah, though she's able to get out by wall climbing to the top of the same off angle that the Curie's on the other side. There might. Oh no, we've got
Oh my
Suzu
goodness.
too.
Oh no.
Oh, does die to
2
the enemy
picks, but a
Genji.
trade? Huge beat. Baystack has an opportunity here to make a play.
Yeah,
They're
I
down
mean,
1
got
when the beat
3
comes
fifths of
out.
the team alive. And
Oh, this fight is over, unfortunately.
red DPS, yeah.
Unfortunately, a bit of a mistake from Purdue Black here, committing beat after being down 2 players. Maybe they're trying to play for the long game here because ball comps, they're really, really mobile. So it's really hard to kind of close out a fight. See how we got the exit pick with the ball onto the Sojourn, but we lose a player, so it's hard to recontest. Our ball's trying to look for a recontest with mines, and the mines come out. Killing the Lucio. We have a Sojourn angle top left here. Let's see what's going on with that.
I mean, looks like they're melting the enemy ball here, and they do get them, and, well, I mean, it doesn't look like this Genji's gonna be able to escape, and they're gonna look for the last couple kills on the 2 red squishies, and, well, I mean, they cap the point, so fight looks pretty over.
And notably, very, very, very... Ooh, massive pick from Mecha
Wow,
right here.
that was very clean.
And notably, these fights get extremely messy. With the balls
Yeah.
basically just being the forefront of each team, being able to make space, and then hoping that some picks come out. The dives aren't even that coordinated.
Yeah.
There was that one on the Purdue backline, but they were able to live it. Mecca
The
looking
Lucy
for
here tried to
some picks.
deny this angle for Sojourn, which was very annoying for them.
Oh my god, Kiriko's super low in Purdue Black here. But a pick from the Lucio diff from Logic. Erica here. Ooh,
Oh,
I
Kitsune.
can't say committed. Double blades.
So, okay. Looks like the red blade is down.
Our
Looks
blade's
like
down
the
as
blue
well.
blade is down.
Notably, no ults from Purdue Black here. Unfortunately, yep, so there's the mines
Yeah,
from...
oh, mine's down. But it does look like Purdue ball is pushing up space in the backline, but
Really, the only way
to,
that Purdue wins this
they're
fight,
down too many people
yeah,
to, yeah.
if the only way Purdue wins that fight is
So,
if Mecca gets a pick. Huge beat exit from Wright State for our team, though, because then we're going to come up with a potential ult advantage. Purdue Black, one of their biggest mistakes here has been the way they've been managing their ults. They blew a lot of their ults while Wright State had all of their ults. So Wright State has had an ult advantage. Getting them to use another ult on the exit is extremely good. Oh my god, get him.
it looks like they're gonna get a pick on the Lucio. Although it does seem like base Ayaka is a bit low, although it seems like they're folding the entire enemy red team.
Dash reset after
Okay.
dash reset after dash reset. That was
Yeah.
one of the cleanest fights that Purdue Black has played. It's pretty much over at this point. Just clean up. One of the cleanest fights Purdue Black
Yeah.
and the Wright State ball just went off the map, gave up.
One Genji for, what was it, 3 support
Yeah.
slash DPS? I
Yeah,
don't know.
it was extremely good. That was one of the most coordinated dives from Purdue in terms of the fact that the ball and the Genji went at the same time and they're able to coordinate on squishies and a tiny choke. We got a question from chat as to why Echo is weak compared to Pharah. Just keep in mind with delay, these questions may get answered a little late. The reason Echo is weak compared to Pharah right now is she just doesn't really fit into the comps. Hitscan is weak, so you'd think Echo is strong, but Tracer is broken, and Tracer is one of the best counters to Echo. Speaking of, a lot of people are playing Sojourn when they don't have a player on their team that can play Tracer, but the Purdue Tracer is coming out for well. Usually the Tracer would be the one to set down TP as Symmetra. Echo is weak compared to Pharah because Pharah can kind of just spam, and the Echo commitment is weaker when there are a lot of squishies that can get away. Wuyong strong, Kiriko's strong, Tracer's strong, Genji's strong, etc. And Echo doesn't really have a good matchup into any of those heroes.
It looks like Tracer's looking for a pick onto the Kiriko in the back line, and I'll
Massive dive from the DPS core here, actually. We lose everyone except both DPS and Purdue, but they're able to take out everyone except the Wrecking Ball. Now, obviously, this is going to take a really long time, but eventually the Tracer does win that fight. Let's see if she can finish. The ball uses shields. Unfortunate.
Although the red ball is looking a little bit low.
Huge. You can see Purdue pinging the targets they want to combo onto.
That looks like a lot of dash resets to me, yeah.
And yeah, a lot of dash resets, a lot of damage, but unfortunately, we've also seen from this Genji a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
Looks like the ball is setting up here. We do have a pulse bomb coming up on Purdue's side. The ball is really close to mines. Looking for a really early dive on the Lucio that probably won't result in anything unless... Oh my god, massive follow-up from the Tracer, actually. The ball Tracer core does get that dive on the Lucio because the Lucio is isolated. A Sombra switch.
Sombra swap.
From the Sojourn, I think, which is much better on this map. This map is much more conducive to dive. We lose the Genji, unfortunately. It looks like the ball's pushing points. Let me get around this doorway.
Red ball's pushing forward to make space, and it looks like Leviathan is getting caught here by red team. But Rafflecopter is holding space with mines. Although it does look like red team is pushing in too far into enemy backline. Or not too, like... Oh. I don't know. Does look like they're pretty dead.
It looks like red team was able to push through with the ball making space for their divers, and our ball wasn't able to match. Either our ball should have counter dove, or our ball should have been making it hard for their squishies to follow up on the ball slam, but they were able to break through, and so they just got a lot of picks on our squishies. It looks like our ball's really struggling with the Sombra on the enemy team as well. And the enemy team has ult advantage. Here comes the Kitsune. And the Blade.
Okay. It seems like Blade pick on onto Kiri in the back. Rafflecopter being pushed into the back here. Not much that the rest of our team can do about that because they kind of dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's
That was kind of an unfortunate...
It's an extremely bad position for Purdue here. EMP is the best ultimate in the game. It's got like a 90% team fight win rate, and the enemy team's coming up on it. The enemy team also has ult advantage outside. So if the enemy team plays to EMP our team this fight, and then B to the rest of our team with the next fight, it should be a free win for the enemy team if they play it well. But the fight's starting off here.
Yeah, opening with beat. And Zeratul seems to be falling off the side, but making it all the way back around to pressure the enemy Lucio and helping get the enemy Lucio into the hole. And it looks like they're about to bully this other ball to the
It's the
hole. Oh my
second
gosh,
time the other ball has
that
gone
was
off the
kind of
map.
crazy. Well, that was a very well coordinated re-entry after that unfortunate fight that happened earlier.
That's the best case scenario for Purdue, considering the fact that they should be.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a terrible pick.
that doesn't.
Purdue should be tracking
Oh,
the EMP. If the EMP needs to come out for Purdue this fight, if Purdue loses this fight without the enemy team EMPing, it is doom season for Purdue. So they either need to kill the
yeah.
Sombra or get the EMP out this fight.
Yeah.
EMP out this fight, that is
Okay.
great news for Purdue. If Purdue
Does
lost this fight without EMP coming out, oh, but a very, very late committing
let's
of
see if
mines. Big pick, though, from...
well, Baldus Rufflecopter seems to get alive, and
And
oh
Lucio's weak and the ball's weak. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think there's any way. Oh my god, we have a scoreboard and we can check It's great.
see if they can make it back in time with any sort of impact.
Hopefully they should be able to last minute touch, but those mines are
Make
really
it over
zoning
the
people.
balls,
Rufflecopter
yeah.
does clear the mines. Our Genji goes into the
Very
well for
low
some reason.
health.
I think the Genji gave up on the fight.
Okay. Well, it seems like Red Team is doing a really good job of keeping them out of this choke. I don't think they'll be able to make it.
Yeah, that is
well,
unfortunate.
I don't know. Oh, Leviathan trying their best to make it back onto the point.
The Sombra swap seems to have been the kryptonite of our team. And
Yeah.
with no flame whatsoever, the ultimate management has been an issue. We have fallen behind on ults almost every fight, and unfortunately, our Genji's dying a lot. But when our Genji pops off, our Genji gets a lot of kills, but our Genji is dying a lot. This map is specifically the map where the Hazard band would come most in handy. Hazard is extremely good at taking these high grounds and just making it super hard for the enemy team to take it.
Yeah,
Echo has
I'm
to
pretty
commit to
excited to see
assassinate with bombs, but
how
Far can
the.
spam.
Oh, what is? Oh,
They're
I
asking me
see.
about the Echo Far. So yeah, that's basically the gist. Echo has to commit with a lot of cooldowns and get close to people for a kill, especially with the perk to get the second fly. But it's really hard to do that against stuff like Tracer and Genji. And Far doesn't have to commit to get value. Far can spam and then commit.
That makes sense. Yeah. Oh,
Looks like we have an
oh.
Ana Brig coming out here because Purdue thinks that their backline's getting dove a little bit too hard. Same comp from the enemy team as last round. So they're
That
playing a
does
little
make
less
sense.
aggressive. They're playing defensive here to kind of counter dive. You can see with the ball playing in the backline to do so as well.
So a lot going on this bridge. Anti comes down, seems to fold the red team Lucio, though the brig gets a little bit messed up by the ball and oh goodness. And Tracer gets a pick onto the Sombra, and it seems like they might get this Lucio. Maybe. Oh, yep. Lucio goes down. Scared of the. Oh. Maybe they even get the ball too. Wow.
That's
okay.
huge. That's huge. Purdue started that fight
Yeah,
off
that's
kind
very
of
big.
well with the Lucio pick, and then it went badly when they got sandwiched in and lost their supports on the top roof. But Tracer was the key to that fight going well for Purdue, and the Tracer did deliver and perform. We do have mines coming up for Ball. Ball needs to try and farm these mines and play for ult advantage. That's the real big thing Purdue wants to capitalize on and play better here in these rounds. Play for ult advantage. We have a pulse bomb. We're coming up on mines. Looks like the enemy team's setting up. We've got to see the backline, see how they deal with this dive.
Oh, okay. Break a bit low. Ball's antied, but
The answer
everyone's
is
here.
they don't deal with the dive.
Yeah, I mean the room's a bit small. It is kind of hard to deal with, especially with Genji's like right clicks. Like the Genji spam, it's a bit. It's lots of damage, hard to dodge.
It's really hard when you have half the enemy team commit to you.
Base Sayaka seems to get knocked off the map by this ball. And yeah, it does. All of Purdue is being either dead or being held back here by this ball.
Yeah, that's extremely unfortunate because the whole point of switching on a brig is to make your backline safer from these dives. But if they still just kill your backline without you getting anything in value, you definitely lose the fight. Good attempt at pulse bomb. Looks like mines are coming up from the enemy ball. Takes out a brig.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
they're
this is exactly what we were talking about with the whole ult advantage thing. Purdue had potential ult advantage, but after losing that fight, the enemy team has beat. Enemy team has Blade. Enemy team uses mines before Purdue uses mines. And enemy team is coming up on, once again, the most broken ultimate in the game, EMP.
it doesn't seem like they're grouping and synchronizing very well. Rafflecopter up here on the balcony has to use mines to get out of this
This is super
little
unfortunate.
interesting stuck situation.
We lose our
Haystack trying to
Tracer.
hold this space. And she gets picked again by the ball. Rafflecopter,
Oh no.
awkward. Oh,
So I
gets
do
beat
not
by
mean to
Lucio.
be a very I do not mean to be pessimistic here, but this is the situation of doom for Purdue. They're in a state where they could get staggered by the enemy team's divers, and the enemy team has EMP. This is an extremely bad situation to be in with Purdue
No,
because, yeah,
we've opened with a Purdue Kitsune, but it just seems like they're getting full. Or not Purdue, sorry. Pro team, but it does seem like the Purdue team is getting folded. This is kind of what I was worried about. It doesn't seem like the blue team is coordinating well enough, especially because their backline doesn't tend to have the same movement as their dive characters. And it doesn't seem like they're coordinating together enough to fight the enemy team the same way that the enemy team is moving as a group and
massive 3K here from Base Tayako actually made the fight winnable single-handedly. For all intents and purposes, that
the
should have been a
ball's
lost
gone.
fight for Purdue Black. That should have been a lost fight. Base Tayaka gets a 4K and brings it back from the jaws of defeat. The only ult coming up on both sides right now is beat from Wright State Green. Wright State Green's beat shouldn't be a fight winner if they play it correctly. Yeah, a crazy performance from Base Tayaka.
Well, they're holding them here at this bridge. Oh gosh, they're all hacked. Oh, Haystack
Oh
is
my
a bit low here,
god!
but diff the Genji. Oh my god. But he's also dead.
Oh,
Zerpul trying
unfortunate.
to. Oh, okay, Ana is gone. That is a bit unfortunate. But yeah.
An extremely
No,
unfortunate side effect of Zeratul switching to Lucio to touch the point after losing the fight is that the Ana has no protections from a Brig anymore. Right State Green recognizes that and dives the Ana mid-fight, and unfortunately gets the pick on the Ana. That is 1 for Right State Green, 0 for Purdue. It's a best of 5.
Yeah, very well played by them, for sure.
Definitely. I think this is the 4K that
Yeah, I gotta
saved
see
with
this
the
work
Nerf
again.
bat.
Oh, yep.
There's
Oh
1,
my
there's 2,
god. All these dash resets.
there's
My
7
god.
mines, and 3.
This is just crazy.
Ooh, Ana stole that one from Base Tayaka, but that's a great play, but unfortunately we're not able to bring it home. Issues I'm seeing definitely here are ult coordination from Purdue Black. The enemy team's just tempo ulting them better. Enemy
Yeah.
team asking for not starting immediately.
I sort of think just the lighthouse map is just very large and structured in a way where it's a lot of open space, and especially with dive comps, it's the flow is weird if you're not running like a full dive roster. If you have like an on a brig, it is very awkward, and you can't, you know, get back to save your Ana in time if, your ball, if the enemy ball crosses the map in like half a second, like you're not getting back to save the Ana that's standing on the balcony. Uh, it's kind of just not happening.
Yeah, that's an extremely good point, especially when you're playing on a brig. It's not like when you're playing on a brig in other comps. In ball comps, each individual has such a specific role in the way that the composition functions that losing a player in a ball comp is kind of tantamount to like losing 2 players in another comp in how much weaker your comp becomes. So especially if you're playing on a brig, you cannot afford to lose your on a brig, and you can't trade backlines because Kiri Lucio are just so much harder to get onto. And it seems like Rafflecopter, as well as both DPS from Purdue, are having a hard time adjusting to that kind of counter diving style, where Rafflecopter has to play ball in a way to peel for his backline, even though it's hard to do so when most of the time Ball just wants to disrupt and contest people. And also, unfortunately, like
Right.
because of that, the DPS need to not die or get picked randomly. Like one of the biggest strengths the enemy team is showing us is that they don't get randomly picked. Now sometimes like the way they coordinate where their team fights are supposed to be is not going completely where it should be, but it's very rarely where you'll see someone on the enemy team just get picked before the fight starts. One of the only times was where we had the Sojourn from Mecha Ray getting an extremely clean kill on Ruins.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, especially when you have, like, that on a brick backline into a full, like, 5 dive comp, you just don't have the same tempo to get back into the fight either.
Yeah,
It's pretty
exactly.
unfortunate. I'm interested to see what map and what team comps will be going into the next
It
game.
looks like Suravasa is picked next for Purdue.
Who?
And it looks like Sombra banned from Purdue with the recognition that the Sombra swap from Wright State Green was one of the biggest things that shut down their tempo. And it's probably one
That
of the
is mad
reasons,
respect.
especially one of the reasons that they probably started playing to counter dive with the Ana Brig, because the Sombra was, it seemed like the Sombra was zoning Rafflecopter extremely efficiently.
Right, that makes sense. Well, that is pretty funny. I'm curious to see who the other team bans then.
I mean, my prediction, one of the enemy team bans, I mean, they probably don't want to ban Genji because Genji is played by our team. They could ban. They need to ban a tank or support, don't they? It's going to be really hard for them to want to ban tanks or supports that they play. Hazard was already banned, so it can't be banned. On Suravasa, they could be trying to ban out like a brawler. Could ban Zarya. Zarya's decently good. Probably the best non-dive tank right now. They could ban Diva because they don't want Diva to be able to mark the enemy ball or their ball. If they think they can play ball better than us, they probably want to do something like ban Diva. Supports, I mean, they could ban. I don't know if Wu Yong's legal or does no one play Wu Yong, because Wu Yong is very much the strongest support in the game. And I would be surprised to not see a Wu Yong ban. If did no ban come out? Am I blind?
I don't
I see no
particularly know.
ban from the enemy team.
I think they may just
I
have not said it in chat, but I'm not on the NECC server, so I don't actually
Yes,
know.
so I have
But
no idea
assuming that there is
who.
one,
Yeah,
are we able to
we'll
get on the
just
NECC server?
let's just assume that everyone they're not playing is banned, because I only see a somber ban. It looks like Cass is coming out from both sides. Cass seems to be one of the biggest comfort picks in terms of having a solid DPS that is hard to dive, compared to some other DPS that are hit scan, in
Yeah.
response to not having a dedicated Tracer player. This is how the meta has worked so far. The meta is so dive heady and Tracer is so dive strong that any character you see a hit scan player playing that isn't Tracer is because they don't have the flex DPS to actually play Tracer. Tracer's so good in this meta. So it looks like both teams don't have a Tracer player, which is why we're seeing Mira comps a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a maybe clearly they didn't ban Genji, clearly they didn't ban Ball.
Yeah, I mean, with the Somber ban, it should be, especially with both teams seeming to play to the same strengths, it's going to be really hard for them to pick hero bans. Maybe the enemy team just like gave up and didn't ban a hero because they just didn't really want to
Well,
deal with
Ball
it.
entering from the back, but very quickly running away. Though it does seem like Mecha Ray and Kiriko are a little bit low in the back. Uh,
The enemy ball keeps going
Genji
first.
and
It's really
Ball.
brutal for Rafflecopter. Based on who to
Yeah,
pick.
this is pretty true. So, I don't know. A lot of health bars looking really low here, including
Exactly.
Base Ayaka.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay. Zeratul getting out 1v1 by the carry. Well,
Big pick.
not too surprising. Wow. They're
Yeah, a big thing is going to be how aggressively can you get away with positioning your cast without the cast getting blown up. And right now, it seems like the enemy team's positioning a little more aggressively than ours, which is what made that fight hard. Fortunately, Base Dayaka does seem to just yoink a pick from the clutches of despair while being 27
Yep.
HP.
Yeah, it's like once you get that pick, you can just almost full send. Oh, and goodness, Rafflecopter knocking around some people in the back there, but it does seem like Red Bull is, you know, responding with their own pressure. But most of oh,
Both teams have lost their
Kiri
casts.
teleporting away.
Big peel from Zeratul. Oh my god, Zeratul just leaves the
Though,
Kiri, so the peel no longer exists.
yeah. Purdue blacked down most of their team members here, but at least they do have 99% on the point, so not too much to worry about. It seems as though they might want to just peel back and try to go for a re-enter once
I'm
this.
really interested to see Base Dayaka's POV because Base Dayaka seems to be the absolute champion of either getting a pick while 27 HP or dying at the beginning of the fight. So I want to
Well,
see exactly how this is going.
those picks do happen while he's 27 HP. Like,
There's no in between. There's either a pick at 27
Yeah.
HP or you're dead.
oh, entering with the double mirror beat, they're focusing the cast, but Suzu does come through.
Massive high noon from Arcas.
They get picks onto everyone. Sorry, not picks anymore. Everything's happening so fast. I not really process what was going on, but
It's very fast. The kill feed is your friend more than your eyes.
first point may have been secured somewhere along the way.
Pretty good position from red team here, just holding our ball. Flashbang from ball. High noon reset from the enemy red team. Oh, it's the Aka
Suzu
blade.
coming out from Kiri to save the red cast from dying to mines. So
Both casters are dead.
So red ball trying to grapple the way out from dying to blade here. And red Kiri teleporting away to safety. And they're holding them up at this choke point at the top here.
Big slam.
Helicopter looking for an angle, but gets hindered by Cass.
Oh, once again, Base Dayaka getting a pick at 27 HP and dying.
Back in again. Yeah. This Genji looking really low here. Oh, like, Genji does die, but it is a trade onto Zeratul. And, enemy Lucio gets a pick onto the cast.
It's going to be 4v2 coming back in here, actually, because of how fast Purdue Black is. This should be a 1-5. Oh, but the Cash just deletes the Lucio. Suzu from Kiri. Kiri still has TP.
Trying not to die to the mines and the ball, and gets dashed on by the Genji.
Fortunately, Purdue never
absolutely
lost
melted.
the point in that fight.
True.
So they did get point progress. Once again, unfortunately, this is becoming a very regular occurrence for Purdue. They are down ultimates against the enemy team. The enemy team has beat Blade and High Noon, and Purdue has no defensive ult to respond to Blade. So Purdue's best options here are either Int, which is really hard in a ball comp to just dry fight and force ults, or use mines proactively. There are the mines. Huge pick.
Oh, getting a pick onto Lucio, who's a little bit extended out of position.
Just the smooth little boot. Oh, and Basak is dead.
I mean, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Beat coming out from blue team, trying to keep everybody alive, and this cast a little bit out of position, dies for their mistake, and they collapse onto Kiriko, and red team's looking pretty
Smooth
dead.
mechanical slam from Rafflecopter. A good beat mid-fight to be able to win the fight for Purdue. The only unfortunate downside of that is that enemy team has beat and blade to re-engage, and Purdue has no defensive walls. Here comes the blade. Maybe a beat along with it. There's the beat.
It's like, oh, yep, beat saving Lucio's life there as well. And Mecha is down, but it, Red Lucio's very low. If Ball can, yeah, okay. Red Lucio does go down, but blue team is down 1 support and 1 DPS. And yeah, Rafflecopter gets melted. It doesn't look like a good fight for Purdue Black.
Yeah, very unfortunate. The ultimate advantage did come into play there. Fortunately, Purdue now has the advantage over the enemy team, but the enemy team is going to get Kitsune, so it's going to be even. It's Mines and Kitsune versus Kitsune Blade. Whichever one comes first is probably going to win. Unfortunately, the ball engage came out first.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like. Okay. Robocopter trying to engage onto. Ooh, that's a nice knock, but I don't think that you can soak up all that damage, especially with both supports dead. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Tragically,
Doesn't look
Purdue
like the point is
keeps
going over to Purdue.
Purdue does the best when they don't collapse to the enemy engage. If the enemy initial engage fails, Purdue does a very good job of cleaning up, especially Base Dayaka, who gets a pick. But the problem is, Base Dayaka is very feast or famine. Base Dayaka is carrying your entire team, or Base Dayaka is dying, and there's no in between.
Yeah, I'm not sure about. So with the ball engaged, there is a bit. Looking at the Leviathan point of view, kind of just stand there and connive at the ball face on. Not sure if that's. It is just. Oh.
Unfortunately, a classic Base Dayaka moment. It was either going to be a
That was a
4K
bit
or
unfortunate.
death.
Rafflecopter almost getting a pick onto the Kiri, but she does Suzu and TP away, and oh, Rafflecopter desperately trying to survive, but
It's
down
an
to support
unfortunate
and
mines, but very
also
good
down most of their
mechanical
team.
play. Very
Yeah,
good getting
goodness.
out, very good slam.
Oh. Okay. Both teams have all their people, and let's all thank Genji. Okay, they're
There are the
just kind of
mines from the
looking at
enemy
each
team.
other. Looking at Zeratul, getting a pick onto the Genji, but it kind of looks like they're killing their entire team.
Exactly. Purdue once again proving that point where the enemy team engages first with mines. Purdue Black is able to absorb that engage, no one dies, and they completely clean up the enemy team. As long as Purdue Black can survive and not collapse to these engages or not get picked before the fight happens, they do an extremely good job of winning afterwards. Good stat line for most people too. Base Dayaka carrying. This fight, Base Dayaka is going to carry.
Yep. Oh, I don't know about that.
Unfortunate. But Base Dayaka made
ball
made
kick.
space for the ball slam.
Ball picking up the fight here? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness.
You can tell Rafflecopter is a ball player. Rafflecopter plays this character. Rafflecopter
Yeah.
grinds these mechanics.
That's for sure. Knows all the tech. Okay. The ball
A little bit of
window.
ball marking ball here.
Maybe see if they can knock each other off. Like.
Yeah, red team's trying to touch, but Purdue and red team have ults. Both two ults come
Okay,
out.
might. Okay. Blue mines. Mechari does go down. Both castles go down. It seems as though. Okay, yeah. Red team kind of just gets exploded. And
Both
it
teams.
seemed like it's GG's for this point.
Yeah, both teams seem to have used ultimates, but Purdue used more ultimates, which is very helpful to their cause.
Yeah, that is pretty insightful.
3 ultimates to 2 ultimates. Unfortunately, once again, that leads to the issue of Purdue having less ultimates than the enemy team. The enemy team could come in here with a Speed High Noon engage if Purdue tries to engage. So here, Speed High Noon could come out from the enemy team as a response to ball engage.
Does seem like they're doing a good job of holding them at this choke, but Base Attack is looking a little low up there. Zeratul doing a good job of healing him up. Ball kind of throwing in some pressure here on the Kiri cast, and the Red Lucio finds a pick onto Leviathan, and does look like they're kind of just getting folded out here with a late V coming out from Zeratul, trying to keep the ball alive, but Red Bull comes out with mines, and it does look like Zeratul's gonna die, and Rafflecopter is left all alone.
Unfortunately,
Trying to
whoa,
survive.
he's zooming. Unfortunately, the worst case scenario for Purdue. They used 2 ultimates while being down players, so now they're even further down in ultimate economy. Only come
Yeah,
out
I don't know about the beat.
Yeah, and there's the
Okay.
High Noon.
High Noon finding Kiri. only base Ayaka and Helicopter alive. That's instantly folded as they try to walk up to the point. Not looking great for them for this point.
Sorry, can Cass zoom in? I don't know what that was.
Interesting. Okay, oh goodness. Okay, trying to keep our cast alive here as Genji escapes with just a little bit of health. Highly unfortunate. Rafflecopter trying to make space with mines. And it does look like they might find this Genji here as they melt the beat health from red team. Finding the Kiri. The Rafflecopter is dead, and so is Leviathan, Base Ayaka, Zeradul, and Mekare. It does look like they've lost this point.
I appreciate the spirit of Purdue. Purdue truly believes that every single fight is winnable, and I think that's why they're using the ultimates like this. But unfortunately, it just leads to it being harder for this next fight, because once again, they're down 3 ultimates.
Right, and the enemy team might have 4, and I just don't know if that's great. And red team's opening with Kitsune Blade, and Rafflecopter is just immediately dead. That's not great. Yeah, I just don't know about that. Mekare gets Genji on Blade though, so that's pretty good. But Hylian Archer does come out with the Kiri diff onto Leviathan. Ouch.
I think this perk makes him zoom in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, honestly, huge. They're still down in ultimate beat engage. Here
okay, opening up with beat. Red team does look pretty low. Almost getting this Genji here, but it might have been a Suzu. Oh, he does die, and melting this Kiri over here, and they do seem to get her. Here she's all alone.
It was a very good fight played, but good tempo for Purdue. No ults came out from either team. Both teams have the same amount of ults, though I think that the initial mines engage is going to be stronger from Wright State. They should be thinking about that and be playing to counter engage, but they're just going for Blade. Maybe a tempo play here.
Oh, Mekare is a bit out of position here, and he definitely dies for it. Though Base Ayaka does a good job of cleaning up the kills, and they get the Cass, Genji, and the Lucio off of it, so...
That was a very fortunate outcome, yeah. Base Ayaka seemed to have just clutched up and done Base Ayaka things and just killed too.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe Cass is truly a type character after all. Like...
Enemy team does have 3 ults compared to our 2 ults. Mines, whoever uses mines first here, ooh, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. But hugely big clear.
That was crazy, but they do come out with beat. I would hope that Ralph Goddard does not use. Oh, okay, actually, no, this makes sense. Using mines, trying to get picks onto Kiri, and
I think you were correct. Rafflecopter had, once again, the belief that every fight is winnable, and the mines came out when people were down.
Yeah. Yikes.
Unfortunately, Purdue only has to win 1 more fight here. Purdue has the same amount of ults as the enemy team. It's just about how these ults are used. These ults should be used during tempo, either in the mid-fight or at the beginning of the fight. But a lot of the time, they're used at the end of the fight when people are already dead. If they just have good tempo in this fight, I believe that they can win, and that tempo should be dictated by either the main support or the ball. So I'm going to watch the ball here.
Okay, looks like red team's opening up with Tsune, but it does look like they're getting this pick onto looking for Deadeye. Doesn't look to get anyone. Leviathan's dead, but they're looking for a beat to try to keep the rest of the team alive. Rafflecopter looks to get Kiri here, successful, and they use the Deadeye to get the Lucio. Their enemy Genji tries to get the Blade here, but Base Ayaka secures the kill on him, and they melt the ball, and that might be the end of the fight.
That was well played by Purdue Black.
Oh wow, that was a crazy last fight.
It was well played by Purdue Black. Mechanically, and the way that they positioned was extremely good. The ult economy could still use work, because the enemy team did use their ults first, but the way they positioned and survived them allowed them to clutch up at the end.
Yeah. That was kind of a crazy last fight.
Yeah, 99.99, last flashpoint. Yeah, okay. I think that perk does make you zoom in when you right click.
Yeah. I I'm really interested to see the positioning of the last fight because the Deadeye didn't find anyone,
The enemy cast seemed to be
and
positioned at the
yeah,
fountain. Our cast seemed to be positioned all the way in the back near our spawn. And Ball Lucio were at the top right high ground. So it was really hard for the Deadeye to find anyone. It looked like the enemy Ball did
I
dive our
see, I see.
Kiriko, though, and found her. And that would have been really unfortunate if we lost that fight because the Kiriko had Kitsune, and Kitsune didn't come out before the death.
Okay, it seemed to be Will used to be from Zero Tool to keep the rest of our team alive while Kiriko is down.
Mm-hmm. It
And
seems like, yeah,
it,
that beat was farmed
yeah,
last minute to keep everyone up.
yeah. And it was, yeah, and then the enemy Genji didn't have Blade quite until the rest of his team was dead, so it wasn't really a game-saving ult, you know, kind of time window.
Seems as though Purdue, whenever they can get their footing and whenever they don't get basically speed blitzed, it's pretty easy for them to be winning these fights. That's the thing that I think they should be focusing on, not getting
Yeah,
speed blitzed by the enemy team and surviving the initial engages so that they can clean up. Because almost every fight that the enemy team usually tries to go first in almost every fight. And our win condition is being able to absorb them going first based on the way people are playing, it seems like. It seems like Mekare, especially because Mekare doesn't seem like a tracer player, is very good at cleaning up when enemy cooldowns are burned and just kind of aiming them to death. Leviathan as well. Leviathan's had some good Zuzus when we've re-engaged to be able to play that fight out. And Rafflecopter seems way more like a, let's say, a distraction ball. He likes disrupting a lot, going
yeah.
through enemy team and then going through again, then going through again, instead of just hard engaging and looking for a pick.
It definitely seems like they're able to create like a fake mobility for their cast, if you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're able to um bring their cast over to the fight, let cast click on people without their cast dying.
yeah. The
Well,
cast play has
actually, that's
been
not true. The cast did die, but they were able to clean up
true.
the rest of the kills.
The Cast was putting out, like when I was briefly looking at the scoreboard, Cast was putting out a lot of damage, a lot of
Yeah, kind
damage.
of crazy actually. Hitting those headshots, I suppose.
Seems like maybe we have a sub coming out from the enemy team. Yes, it
Oh,
does. Wow, that really just threw me out. I kind of forgot about the Persona collaboration. That's so crazy.
oh, is that Cat from Persona?
That cat's from
That's pretty
Persona.
funny.
Seeing that was like, well, this is the
I like
wrong
that.
game.
I like that a lot of them are matching with the Pachimari profile pictures.
Seems like not the entire team. The entire team did not commit to the bit though.
Hmm. Well, ah. See, okay, well, the Persona Cat is almost exactly the same, and then the Hylian Archer has like ears, so it's basically also matching.
Yeah, if you squint, they're all matching.
Yeah, yeah. But Purdue Black is doesn't have the same aura. Well, I mean, base Ayaka and Nekra are matching color-wise. Rafflecopter and Zeratul are also matching color-wise. Leviathan is, well,
Uh,
I mean,
There.
yeah, well, no. They're all matching in spirit, though, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Exactly. Matching in columns.
Yeah.
It looks like Esperanza is coming out next, which I've got some bad
Interesting
news
pick.
to all the viewers that like variety. It's a good dive map, which means we're probably going to see Wrecking Ball. But also, I think Wrecking Ball is also, especially when you don't have a Tracer player, it's just, Ball is so broken right now. Usually you'd see
Yeah.
a Wuyong on this map, though. I don't know. Is Wuyong not being played in NECC right now? Because I feel like you would see Wuyong Kiriko instead of
Yeah, I
Kiriko
actually have
Lucio.
no idea. Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
sure. I mean, they did just nerf Kiriko's damage. It's possible that people are just not playing Ryong just because they don't feel comfortable, but I
maybe,
don't know.
yeah.
Pretty
Wuyong's
broken,
extremely
so
strong. Yeah,
I don't know.
Wuyong's by far the best support in the game right now.
I mean, let me just look it
Reaper
up.
ban from logic, we still again don't see the ban from Wright
Maybe they're
Green.
just posting an NECC. Does that mean they're
Yeah,
planning on playing Monkey?
I don't know.
Monkey's pretty good in Esperanza, I guess. Like,
Maybe they're just running out of DPS to ban that wouldn't negatively impact their own team because both teams are just mirroring ball comp. And I think part of that
that
is
is true.
because both teams have a ball player on top of ball being really really strong right now. Rafflecopter is
Yeah.
most definitely a ball player. So it's just they did not switch the map. A little bit of a production issue. We are not playing Surabasa again.
This looked like Esperanza to me.
Close enough, you know.
Yeah. Did the other team are there all the other games done?
All the other what done?
Are the other games done?
I don't know.
They're not
I think
here
potentially
anymore.
gold team left. So yeah, maybe teams got done real fast.
What the flip?
Maybe there were sweeps or something like that.
Interesting. But we're on the third game, though,
Maybe
right?
they were much
So
quick.
we.
Well, to be fair, I think we started a little late as well, which is fair.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right. Any predictions for team comp? I'm going Ball Lucio. But maybe we'll be a little bit, maybe we'll be a little innovative on Purdue. Ball Lucio, Tracer, Genji, Kiriko. What do you think's coming out? And I'm gonna say the other team's doing it as well, except for instead of Tracer, they have a Somber. What do you think?
I'm going for this crazy against the grain. They're not playing ball prediction with the. I think blue team's playing monkey with the Reaper ban. I do think the Reaper ban's very random. I guess like people do like playing Reaper on Esperanza, right? But people also hate playing monkey into Reaper, I think.
You are a
Um.
stronger person than I. Oh my god, they do play Monkey.
Oh.
I suppose they don't want to play. Maybe Ball was banned because the enemy team's playing Mauga. Maybe the enemy team banned Ball.
Oh.
And in response,
That
they
is
banned
actually smart.
Reaper. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the enemy team banned Ball, so we banned
But
Reaper in response.
well, it's possible they didn't ban, or maybe they banned ball and swapped the tank, or they just swapped the tank.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'd be
we're
really
running
weird.
their
Whoa, Juno. Oh,
cover
never
Juno,
mind.
but back to Lucio.
I guess for the speed ring, but Zeratul amped back
Oh,
anyways. So
I mean, I don't know. I think it does stack, even though they're like a little bit before the
maybe,
max speed cap. But
yeah.
I don't even know.
They're basically matching, except Purdue's getting counterpicked by a Mauga. Fortunately, though, Mauga's much weaker than Winston in the current meta. The Lucio's getting zoned. Just that.
Yeah. Um. Looks like they have control of this robot currently. Although huge pick onto Uncivilized. And it does seem like Mel is getting incredibly melted in the middle of all the characters. Helicopter looking a little low, but easily healed up by the rest of the characters.
This is good
Um,
coordination for Purdue. While it may suck for Rafflecopter to have to play Monkey into a Mauga, it's just a better team composition with the Monkey than the Mauga because they can isolate
yeah, for sure.
squishies and pick them. And on top of that, who is ever going to contest Mecha Ray on the enemy team? There's no player that's ever going to contest Mecha Ray because Mecha Ray has a Kiriko in the back pocket. The Genji's not coming. The Mauga can't
Yeah,
contest Mecha Ray. Mecha Ray is about to be playing the shooting range for free. Let's see the damage numbers. See if that... Look. Mecha Ray's playing the shooting range.
yeah, that's pretty high numbers already, and they got the zoning E as well. I'm seeing
Yeah.
a lot of critical symbols. That
As
is
long as
just
Rafflecopter does not get
crazy.
killed randomly by a Mauga, this game is practically free because the Mauga has
I
to either be Albert Einstein in the plays that the Mauga is making, or Mecha
right.
Ray just plays the game for free.
That sure did not. Yeah. See, did you see the Malga die just there?
Yeah, Mauga just charged into point to try and contest before forward spawn,
Yeah,
and
the spawn. Yeah,
uh, and on top of this, Purdue has an ult advantage.
that is actually crazy.
Ooh, wait, Mecha Ray's
Yeah,
maybe positioning a little too aggressively here.
a little far. Hopefully Monkey can make space.
Yeah, but if Purdue just uses their
Uh,
ultimates, they should win this. Okay, B comes out from
B
Purdue.
thing. And
Enemy B.
Sojin does have the slide up in 3, ulting.
Ooh,
Oh,
Sojourn shot herself.
unfortunate, it happens.
Of course, this Kiriko's just gonna teleport.
Yeah.
Or
But
actually,
I
the
mean,
Kiriko's going
most
to
of the red
walk
team is
onto the
dead.
head of the monkey, wall climb, and then Rafflecopter will lose her. Purdue
What a
has
funny character.
the same amount of ults as the enemy team. But this is hard because the Mauga comp does have the high ground.
Oh, a lot of damage being soaked up by red team here.
Oh yeah, Base Ayaka found a huge dash angle on almost every single squishy on the enemy team, and all Rafflecopter has to do is press the shift key.
Yeah.
Base Ayaka, once again, Base Ayaka
Okay.
living up to our expectations, either carrying the fight on the back or dying. There's no in between.
Yeah, then after everyone else is dead, they just melt the Mauga in the small room.
And unfortunately, Rafflecopter
Not...
did die. Leviathan coming back, trying to probably hold the space and help Base Ayaka. We have a Kitsune rush, but the enemy team does have more ultimates. The swap to Juno from Lucio from the enemy team, it may help their Mauga stay up. It may actually be an extremely good swap with the enemy team's current composition because they can't contest the Sojourn, so they want more heals.
Right, Mega Ray is a little low here, but the Kiriko healing is just too good.
Ooh, Kiriko did.
Double Kitsune here, but ooh, it does seem like the Sojourn from the other team is going to get Base Ayaka, as well as maybe Leviathan.
Mauga's one. Ooh, big headshot.
Mauga's done.
Rafflecopter actually could carry this if the Genji's feeds
Rafflecopter
in the
used
bubble.
Primal.
Unfortunately, the Genji gets out of the bubble.
Oh, Rafflecopter goes down.
Unfortunately for Purdue, this Juno swap is doing way too much for the enemy team. This Juno swap allows the Mauga to walk forward aggressively and not worry about getting melted by Mecha Ray because Mauga knows that there's a Juno in the back keeping him immortal. So Mecha Ray has to be way more tactical with the targets that are picked. Unfortunately, oh, 2 picks from the Sojourn.
That is unfortunate for Purdue. Yeah, I think the Juno torpedoes just offer too much value in this situation. Oh.
The pure amount of healing the Juno can put out onto the Mauga is going to make him kind of a rock for the enemy team. Cade seems to have recognized the problem with the Mauga with the Kiri Lucio backline, and instead has just opted to a Juno to make the Mauga much Okay, so both teams' tanks have fed to try and prevent forward spawn. This has now become a pattern.
Okay. The rest of Purdue like just trying to survive here. Oh, but Kiriko gets the crazy Kunai pick onto the enemy Genji, and Mauga trying not to get melted again by the Juno. It does... Oh no. Orbital Ray coming out from the enemy Juno, but Beat coming out in response.
Ooh.
Getting the Juno, another crazy Kunai pick. That is insane, actually.
Wait a minute. Leviathan's doing a really good job of keeping damage out. Leviathan has almost as much damage as the enemy's Sojourn. Leviathan is doing an extremely good job holding angles and doing damage on the carrier.
Levi hits those critical... I can't... Wait, that's a lot of similar words. Sorry, Leviathan hits those critical kunais.
There we go. The tongue twister has been executed. There's a Genji fight happening on payload right now. Unfortunately, Base Ayaka has lost it because the Mauga intervened.
Oh, although it does seem like Genji might still die here. Rafflecopter picking it up, but does also seem to die. Oh, Mauga coming in stunning enemy backline here with the absence of Rafflecopter. And it does seem like they might just die here.
Yeah, the
Lucio
Juno pick
speeding them out to escape.
The Juno's also positioning in a way that is safer than they were when they were playing Lucio, so it seems like Purdue's having a hard time picking a target to dive onto with this monkey. As well, maybe because the Mauga can play more aggressively, Mecha Ray's actually being contested. Ooh, big rail from Mecha Ray, actually.
Yeah, it does seem like, oh, they do get a pick onto the Juno, and they're just trying to melt the Mauga here, and it does seem like they... Oh, no, Genji does die. So, I mean, what else can you expect when your entire team is dead? Yeah.
We've got more fans. We've got another fan saying, "Go Leviathan." Didn't realize that Purdue Black is so so popular.
Speaking on tank.
That's a crazy username. Enemy team has more ults than Purdue here. If the monkey can play super aggressively on the Juno, oh my god, massive railgun. Ooh. Unfortunately, Rafflecopter needs to be looking for this Juno.
Yeah, oh,
Juno's
goodness.
dead. Rafflecopter is
Mega
playing
Ray
counter dive now.
barely alive there. This Juno's been out of position, but it does kind of
Oh.
trying to Rafflecopter trying to go in with the primal. Juno surviving forever here. Oh my goodness.
Nice play for Rafflecopter there. I think Rafflecopter
Yeah.
also, since the Mauga's not dying, Rafflecopter seems to have switched to a more defensive counter dive style based on how they kept getting walled at this choke. But Rafflecopter needs to go back to just diving the squishies. That's how they win. See, Rafflecopter is counter diving the Mauga, and Mauga wants that.
Oh.
Big beat from Purdue.
The defensive beat, although Rafflecopter still might die here. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. A lot of damage soaked up by Monkey. And Mekaray, yeah, stunned by Mauga, and unfortunately the entire team might... It's just over.
Yeah, unfortunately, Purdue seems to have slightly switched their playstyle. Before they were playing extremely aggressively, going for the squishies, knowing that the comp is better at diving, but now it seems like they're playing a counter dive into the newly aggressive Mauga with the Juno. But unfortunately, the Mauga can sustain himself with the Juno, so Purdue needs to go back to just diving the squishies and committing with their team.
I'm trying to get this pick onto Genji, but he escapes with a dash. Does seem like base Ayaka's a bit far up here. Juno's going to Ray. Rafflecopter's a bit far in the back line. Red Sojourn he uses... no. Okay, well.
This is truly unfortunate. One Juno swap seems to have picked apart Purdue's game plan. We've got a Kiriko and a Genji in the back. Both teams have Blade, and both teams are going to have Kitsune. So whoever uses Blade Kitsune on the squishies more effectively here. Okay, Juno has an Ultra Boost or something. I don't understand how Juno flew. Oh, I think Juno got booped by the Lucio.
Okay, Mirror Kitsune rush here. Mauga extending into the backline here, just bullying Mekaray. Oh my goodness. Down one support here for Purdue.
Blade with their Kitsune, which just made it stronger.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
Unfortunately, we cannot afford Rafflecopter dying. Rafflecopter's coming up on Primal, though, which is good, and no cage from Mauga. So here comes Primal. Blade needs to come out from base Ayaka, or we lose this fight.
Well, Mauga gets a double stun. And Mekaray trying his best to survive here, and pops the ult, but immediately dies. That was a bit of a rough spot to be in.
That is so tragic. You have no idea. The Blade needed to come out. The Blade needed to come out. It was the only way that our team wins this.
Right,
but it's just too late now. It's just much too late now. Oh,
yeah.
No. That is so tragic.
This might be...
I think this is it, unfortunately.
This might be wraps.
Yeah. No ultimates,
No,
nothing. I mean, they find a pick on the Juno.
Rafflecopter...
Mekaray's not up yet, so yeah, there's no way they can really retouch.
Oh gosh.
Dude,
yeah,
unfortunate. One Juno swap seems to have thrown everything off balance for the Purdue team, but it was a very good Juno swap. Credits to Wright State for recognizing the fact that running Kiri Lucio backline into our team composition just wasn't working. The Juno swap just kind of brought everything together, allowed the Mauga to play more aggressively, and then the Mauga playing more aggressively made Purdue feel like they had to play more defensively.
Yeah, that was crazy. Really just enabling the rest of the team. Goodness.
At least we did get to see more token character traits from everyone on Purdue. We got Rafflecopter, the mechanical demon, but sometimes Rafflecopter doesn't mark the enemy tank. Fortunately, this time Rafflecopter was marking the enemy tank much too much. Base Ayaka carrying the team or dying. I see a GG's. I was informed that this match is best of 3. I'm best of 5, and now it seems like they're... Oh yeah, Logic's saying first to 3. So this match is best of 5. There is now confusion on the format of the game.
Okay. Interesting. Are we using the in-between screen?
No, we are not.
I see. Okay.
I never set up the scene for the in-between screen.
Oh,
but it's 1 Purdue, 2 to Wright State, green. As I was saying, Leviathan was hitting a lot of kunai as well.
That was, yeah.
Picks. Fortunately, Leviathan is the target of a lot of dives, but Leviathan is living them. Usually it's Leviathan and Rafflecopter who are the people who are alive at the end of the fight. Mekaray is hitting crazy shots and playing good aggressive positioning, but sometimes too aggressively to the point of getting dove. And then we got Zeratul, who's playing a pretty good, like, what Lucio has to do is play kind of the connection between frontline and backline. Zeratul's doing that pretty well, though sometimes I think there's an absence of peel, where
Yeah.
if they're just playing on someone who keeps getting consistently pressured instead of switching between frontline and backline, then the fights would go a lot better. But it seems like we actually are doing best of 5 because the enemy team is a little stuck in placement mode. Let's see if we can get these next 2 wins. It's 1 for Purdue and 2 for Wright State Green. It's been a very close match so far.
I'm interested to see. Have they said what map is going to be next?
It's Gibraltar is next,
Oh,
which
goodness.
can be played ball, but I prefer a lot of other tanks on this map. Unfortunately, we don't seem to be getting actually what the enemy team is banning, so I still think that ball got banned last map, which is why ball wasn't being played.
That seems likely. Yeah.
So I think we may be seeing another, I was going to say healthy dose, but I think we're overdosing. Another dosage of Wrecking Ball on this map.
Oh, goodness. I wonder if we're going to see any Brigana gameplay.
Oh, can there be repeat bans? We had Zeratul saying ban Cass, but first map Cass was banned by Wright State Green. I don't know if the rules allow repeat bans.
Oh, who knows?
It seems like we're not actually going to be able to see once again who is being banned by Wright State Green. But we do know it's a
Classic?
tank or a support. We are aware of this fact. Maybe they'll be confident in the Juno pick going forward, but probably not with the ball comp. So I don't see them banning someone like Kiri or Lucio. Did you find out if Wu Yong is banned? Because no one's playing Wu Yong.
I did not find out. I did not look
Does
that hard.
Zeratul play Wu Yong? So Zeratul plays Wu Yong, so I would assume Zeratul is one-tricking Wu Yong, actually. So I'd assume if Wu Yong was street legal, was tournament legal, Wu Yong would be coming out here. But maybe they're not comfortable with Wu Yong playing complete kind of chaos with ball.
Mm-hmm.
Wu Yong is a little better with more organized dive.
It is interesting. I don't know.
I don't know. I think Wu Yong's good with the ball too, in my opinion. So I'd be curious to see why it's not coming out in this series.
Clearly, we're not knowers.
To be fair, also, this game was the game that someone was subbed out for Wright State Green. Still very close game, though. It was Rev. I don't remember what Rev was playing.
Yeah. Well, maybe they just had to go. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're not even a spectator, so
Well, Rev
maybe
was
they just
playing
had to go.
Malga.
Rev was the tank? Rev was Mauga? Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Rev's just not a ball player, and so they subbed Rev
Yeah.
in and they went, we're banning ball.
Yeah. Maybe the other tanks of ball TP and they're like, okay, well, maybe we don't
Wait,
want
that
to
would
be playing into
actually
ball.
that'd be such a crazy play. Okay, we played 2 ball matches. It went 1-1. Here's our power play. We think it's best of 3. We're gonna sub Rev in, ban ball, and then we're gonna win off the Mauga pick.
Yeah, lots of people who I know are really good at ball, like don't really like playing other tanks, so
Yeah. Rafflecopter, while the monkey was good, it definitely seemed much more comfortable on the ball.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, balls just has so many tools to apply so much pressure,
Yeah. And
especially
people
like
who
towards
play
multiple
ball,
characters.
yeah, they dedicate their lives to mastering that character. There's maybe some issues here. No ban coming out, no map swap coming out. What do you think they're gonna play on Watchpoint Gibraltar? I want to hear your guess.
I would like to see Brigana. We've been seeing a lot of like high tempo backlines, and I would like to see the opposite of that. Um, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I enjoy a good Brigana, a good counter dive, good slow. Sometimes Brigana you just trade backlines because they're just not fast enough to get to the fight.
Yeah.
So
Although on the other hand, like Nade is so strong, like that might be not fun to watch at the same time. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, if the Kiri can react in Suzu, it can be frustrating as well from the Ana's end. If the Ana saves
True.
it for Suzu, then
I suppose
it
there's a
will
lot of
always be
counterplay, trying
strong.
to force it out before it can be used on a tank, or you know. What else could be played? I mean, I don't know. I doubt that they're going to play something that isn't Genji.
Yeah, is there no Diva players here?
Um, Great question.
I
I'm
think
not really a
Diva's good
knower.
right now. But I mean, I guess if you're trying to play like a ball comp, and again, if you don't have a tracer, then I guess you just don't want to commit to playing Diva. Doesn't make too much sense. But Tracer is just so ridiculously strong right now. It is kind of insane.
Yeah. What's happening in
I
the
have no idea what's happening right now.
interesting? Okay, I'm gonna make some popcorn then. Some microwave popcorn. Gotta get, you know,
Gotta fuel up, get snacks for
yeah.
the show. Okay, it looks like the match is happening. It is back on.
Oh, no way. Okay, they're ready. That's
They
good.
heard you. They really don't want you to have
Oh
microwave
my bad.
popcorn.
Goodness. Oh no. The popcorn, they don't want the popcorn buff.
Yeah, don't feed the casters too much buff. They'll talk too much smack. We're thinking maybe we want to see an Anna Brig. Unfortunately, the pessimistic side of me thinks we're about to see a good old fashioned match of wrecking ball.
I don't know what makes you say that.
You're,
Surely,
I
surely
have
not.
no evidence to suggest this.
No.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Diva does
Oh my
come.
god.
Okay, so it seems the theory that Rev is not a wrecking ball player is actually panning out. We see an Ashe for the first time in the series, and maybe a Widow from Mekare. Based Ayaka
Oh,
here,
that's pretty cool.
opting not to play Genji. We do see an Ana Brig backline. You are a prophet.
Let's go. I
Based
mean,
Ayaka,
it is
first
the
time whipping out the
strongest
Tracer.
support combo. It's one of like Brig's strongest maps, so it kind of makes sense. It's
Yeah.
like
The
the
Ana Brig is
meta
extremely
comp.
good on this
So
map. Both teams running Ana Brig. It seems we're running Widow Tracer here, so we'll see on Mekare's ability to click heads, but it has been shown that Mekare can click heads, but can Mekare click heads while being contested by an Ashe and a Diva at the same time? We'll
I'm
see.
honestly, yeah, I'm a bit
See how
worried for
creative
Mechara's
the angles of
safety.
play. Mekare expecting another Widow to grapple.
Is it
Based
possible
Ayaka
that
playing Tracer
they
for the first
chose to
time.
ban Ash, or it's I? Did they ban No, they. The theory is they banned Ball last time. No?
They could have banned Lucio. That could have been a ban that came out to try and prevent the Kiri Lucio or Kiriko. They could have just banned out Kiriko to try and force.
Oh. Well, but no, they played Kiriko.
They were they on Kiriko this map?
No, last
No, I
last
mean, oh,
game.
you mean last
Oh,
game? This, I mean, I'm
yeah.
talking about this game. They could have banned Kiriko.
Oh, right.
Last game, I still staunchly believe that
It's
they banned
probably
Ball.
Ball. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, rough call to talking Ball. Oh, that Andy does come out folding Genji, and does kind of look like Diva's cooked here. Let's see if she can
yeah.
escape after the DMAC, and the answer seems to be well.
Oh, this is so mean. Okay, they didn't stagger the Diva for too
That
long.
kind of felt like a troll.
Yeah, they
Okay,
didn't stagger her for
diving
too
to
long.
Brigana does seem like a bit dangerous. Ball
Yeah,
hanging in the tunnel over here.
the enemy team is also playing Diva extremely aggressively, but the Diva doesn't have a tracer, so huge pick. The cart isn't moving. So,
Nice.
oh my god, Mekare can click heads.
That is a bit crazy.
Yeah, so Diva is now trying to contest a cart against a tracer, which is extremely good for Purdue. Purdue's much better. Oh, and the Sombra swap coming out from Wright State instead of Ashe.
Oh
Sombra is
no.
going to be now diving this Widow. Sombra is going to be one of the people pushing the cart.
Goodness. Oh,
Extremely
nah.
unfortunate.
Oh,
They did
Genji
not
following
clock
up for
the
the
Sombra
kill.
swap. Oh,
Uh,
Leviathan kind of
Leviathan missing the
abandoned.
sleep. Not to Leviathan's fault, of course. It was blocked by the break shield. But healing up the ball.
Purdue has a
They were
lot of
holding
ultimates
space, so
here from their good fights
nothing going
previously.
super wrong so far.
Mekare is coming back, pinging the position that they're going to be playing in. It's kind of conservative. Very close shot on the Genji. Genji trying to peek with deflect. Mecha Ray does not fall for that bait. Payload is being pushed by D.Va.
Oh? It does seem like Red Team's opening up a rally defensively to stop them from dying from the ball. Nice that they baited out rally. It seems like Robocopter used mines up ahead. Base Ayaka is dead somehow.
I think Bestayaka got fought by the Genji and the D.Va. What's really good about Purdue's
Oh,
comp here is
this
it's
thing
really hard
heals.
for the enemy team to push the cart, but because of the Tracer. Except Bestayaka has now swapped Tracer to Genji.
Okay, Rolfcopter's antied, which is a little bit dangerous, and they have been having Brig pushing the card this whole time, so okay, yeah, since Brig isn't on the card, the Ana's just free game, and they're slowly melting down this D.Va, but she does have bomb, so they're all hiding.
Yeah, free remake.
Yeah.
There's a Sombra still in the backline harassing. Really trying to get at this Widowmaker. Widow's soaking up a lot of pressure by just existing here because the Sombra wants her dead so much.
Oh, and Mekari either hasn't used ult or still has it again, so they do have a nice
I don't think Mekare
counterplay
has
against
used
the
all.
Sombra.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Mekare could be just using alt here.
It is pushing the card. It does seem like ball's dropping down to stop them from capping.
Whoa!
Sombra opening with the EMP, but Mecha Ray just clicks on her.
Yeah.
Hip firing.
Yeah,
And
Purdue is doing
card.
an extremely good job of soaking up pressure with the Widowmaker's existence. It's extremely hard to dive Widowmaker because Widowmaker has an Ana Brig backline just peeling into her. As well, the enemy team is not playing Tracer. So because the enemy team's not playing Tracer, they can't play this kind of element of cart pressure because the Sombra keeps constantly trying to pressure the Widowmaker. But of course, a lone Sombra can't kill a Widowmaker. As well, playing Sombra with the D.Va can't go up there either. The Ana Brig's just going to win. So the enemy team doesn't really have a win condition, and Purdue's doing an extremely good job of playing around that. We've got Rafflecopter zoning the backline. We have the support duo of Zeratul and Leviathan keeping the Widow up. The Widow is just keeping huge amounts of pressure because the enemy squishies don't want to peek, and the Sombra is constantly pressuring her. And we have Base Ayaka on either the Tracer contesting the cart when they do send people like the D.Va to the cart, or on Genji to follow up on the disruption of the ball. It's an extremely good game plan coming out from Purdue here, and it seems like Wright State doesn't really have an answer. They're going to try and play Hazard, which is interesting because Hazard can cut off some of the chokes here coming out and attack on Gibraltar, but I think it will be very hard for the Hazard to have noticeable presence on Purdue unless the Hazard plays it extremely smartly and bides their time while making space proactively.
Yeah, I mean, the balcony point there right next to the point is just so strong, especially for Widow Breganata just stand there and defend for free, basically.
We have a TP
Especially
to the
when
high
the
ground.
Genji ball can just drop down and contest at any point in time when they want.
Oh,
Crazy pick on the Ash, now Hazard is antied. Brig kind of standing in the back line there.
Team. Protecting the Ana from the Widow shots with shield.
Yeah,
Very good play.
pretty nice.
Okay.
Genji maybe cooked here.
It's all falling apart.
Coming in from the back.
Oh, it's all falling apart. Oh, Mecha Ray. It's like a shooting range. And Rafflecopter trying to get a finish.
Oh goodness.
It's just over.
Okay.
It's over. It was just a dominant performance. As kind of expected, Hazard is not a tank that can put out pressure. D.Va could put out pressure, but it needs to be played differently, especially when they don't have a Tracer. And Mecha Ray here is just gonna play the game for free on high ground, hit shots.
Yeah.
Kill box is practically made for the Widowmaker.
Sombra's antied. Oh god. There's just
Funnily
not much
enough,
that
the
can be
first
done.
mines of the game. I mean, the first Inversight of the game. Yeah, there's nothing to be done from Wright State. The Hazard really had no presence. Mecha Ray is just clicking heads. The Ana wasn't contesting enough because Mecha Ray had double pocket from Ana Brig. and
That
a
was just
different
crazy.
plan needed to be made there. Yeah, Mekare, probably the MVP of that map. The Widowmaker just putting out so much pressure.
Yeah, this game would not have
Oh
been.
my god.
Wow. This is just ridiculous.
Oh my
Oh wow.
god.
It's not like the Ash is strafing silly either. I just the game would not have been able to be played like this if it was not Mekare. Like
Very good plays.
very well played, especially just to enable your incredible Widow player.
Extremely good plays from Mekare. This is pretty good. So it's 2-2. Last map going to be the game point here for both sides. And we've played every game mode, right? We've played Control, Flashpoint, Gibraltar is Payload. Do we
We
play
haven't
Hybrid
played
map?
Clash. We
Oh
haven't
my
played
goodness. Is
Hybrid.
Clash
We
in the
played
pool?
Clash. I don't think we played Escort.
We've played, this was Escort.
Right?
Gibraltar's
Oh
Escort.
right. Sorry,
We've played
I forgot. But
Control. We've played
not
Flashpoint.
much escorting was done.
What was the other map that was played?
Oh, you played Esperanza push.
Oh,
Did you mention
Push.
that one?
Yeah, I didn't mention. So we
Yeah.
have Hybrid and Clash that can be played here. I don't know what the actual map rotation, game mode rotation is for
I'd
these
assume two
games.
CP is not like.
I mean, Clash can go so fast. I would assume
It will
Clash
be
is
fun.
not in the pool. Yeah, but they just pull up Temple of Anubis, start playing it.
I would not. I would not particularly enjoy that.
They subbed out their non-ball player tank. It seems maybe they're bringing the ball player back in.
Interesting. Okay.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're gonna see another Wrecking Ball composition come out. Which,
I
fair
love
enough.
Wrecking
It
Ball
seems
here.
like it works for Purdue Black. It seems like it plays to their strengths.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems good for Right State as well. It was definitely the most competitively viable for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when they had Sombra.
Yeah, the
Goodness, the
Sombra Ball
Ilios
comp
game.
was the hardest thing for Purdue to play against by far. Seems there's
Right. So
something
how
players
exactly
out.
did the order go again? So who won first?
So Ilios was first. Purdue barely
Right.
lost. Then
Right.
Saravasa was next. Purdue barely won. Then it was
Esperanza,
Esperanza.
and
Purdue
then
barely lost. And then Gibraltar, Purdue stomped.
right.
Okay, Rep
Well,
Dragon Tile was the
Esperanza.
previous tank. They brought back the previous
Right.
tank. I see ball comps in the future.
Yeah. It would be funny if they banned ball again.
Yeah, I mean, we banned Cass again, so they could, but I don't know why they'd bring back the ball player to ban ball again. Maybe each team can't repeat ban because the enemy team banned
Oh,
Cass,
Lijiang
and
Tower.
then our
Interesting.
team banned Cass. Oh, Lijiang. Oh, so it's just control again.
That is definitely a good. That is definitely a good ball map.
Yeah, Lijiang is an extremely good ball map. It's going to be very curious though how they play on Night Market. Night Market is probably, I guess Control Center also, but I think Night Market's a lot weirder for ball comps. Control Center, I don't think ball is good at all. I wonder what people are going to play for Control Center. If they play ball, it's going to be extremely curious because I think death ball comps on Control Center are really disgusting. Like, I think Reinhardt's the worst tank in the game right now, and I think you could still play
Yeah.
Reinhardt on Lijiang Control Center, you know?
I would
So,
low-key expect to see Zarya or Ursa.
oh yeah, Zarya, Orisa are much better options for that map, but I still think even you could still succeed with a Reinhardt and Control Center because Control Center is just that good for
Yeah, for
deathball
sure.
comps. Ball camps can be really disgusting on Control Center, but you have to be extremely coordinated, and you have to have someone who can do damage long from long distances. So I guess you could set up a Sojourner off angle, but usually what that looked like in the past was like an Echo or a Pharah who was constantly rapping, who could do spam damage to death balls from multiple different angles.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not that much place to run, and then there's not that many places to do the like weird ball tech where you can grapple up the wall and then use it to do like the slam.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get in unless you're fighting on the control center, so they zone you out from that. Lucio ban from Wright State. Very interesting, considering... Okay, so that kind of eliminates death ball comps from control center, unless you're playing like a slow Zarya comp. I guess you could be playing with Forjuno Speed Ring, but it's just not as reliable. It's an extremely interesting ban to ban Lucio, especially if we think they're playing a ball composition. Maybe
I mean, they could
Wu
just be.
Yang will actually come out. maybe Wu Yang is legal and they're gonna run Kiri Wu Yang, because that could be a play. I'm actually
Crossing
extremely...
their fingers that control center doesn't come up as like the first point.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, honestly. They banned Lucio. I don't know what Purdue's going to ban in response to Lucio. It will kind of be telling as to what comp they want to play. Never mind.
Oh,
Does the second team just not get a ban after? Like, what's going on here afterward? I don't know what's going on.
wait. Is it just like, has there only been one ban
The
per
first
team
map
per
had
round?
2 bans, but after that, the
Oh.
enemy team stopped saying bans.
Is it like the losing team gets a ban?
I think, but Esperanza, the enemy team lost the map of Esperanza, so they must have put it in the neck chat. And then we banned someone, didn't we? On Esperanza, we banned Reaper. So we must... I don't know what's going on anymore.
Okay, and we won Saravasa, then ban Reaper. Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
there we go.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay, so like we were talking about,
Like
no ball
Reaper...
comps because Lucio was banned. Zarya comp coming out from Purdue with Reaper.
I'm just the predictor. And they are playing Juno Kiriko again. Oh, but it is Rip Dragon Tile. Interesting.
I am... Maybe Rip Dragon Tile is like the dive tank of that team.
Yeah, perhaps they ban Bulgarian for sure.
I like Purdue's comp a little more. Oh, pause. They do not see the pause. Oh, they said never mind.
Never mind.
Okay. I like Purdue's comp a lot more. I like the Zarya a lot more than Muggy on this map. The Tracer could be a problem, though. Tracer, basically how they play around Tracer is going to be the biggest thing here. Rafflecopter is not really going to have a huge job. Rafflecopter's being able to get energy is going to be around how aggressive Base Ayaka plays with bubbles.
Ooh, Reaper going in for the... Oh!
Juno pick.
Oh, I didn't even realize we have, Juno Kiri versus Juno Kiri.
Yeah, no Lucio, so we put Juno in the main support slot.
This looked like, I think kind of got folded there. Base Ayaka kind of just going at this monkey, and it's working. Kiri's looking pretty low over here. Zarya doesn't have any bubbles to spare. And Charge is looking pretty
pushing
high.
in low, but Charge high, yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of kills on the kill feed. Oh my god.
Enemy Tracers coming up with Pulse Bomb. Mecha Ray on the Reaper coming up on Death Blossom as well.
Man, Kiri Juno is so strong.
Yeah, a big part of this is going to be how Zarya plays around the monkey trying to cut off the front line from the back line. And how well Base Ayaka plays. Base Ayaka should be getting bubbles here. Yeah, there we go. Base Ayaka could have gone way more aggressive on that monkey with the bubble.
Oh, Base Ayaka just... Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Purdue composition has a much more clearly defined objective in mind with what they want the composition to do. It's very hard to play monkey on this map.
Poking them for free from that angle in the corridor.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like a switch from monkey to Zarya for Wright State Green. I think that is a much better pick for them. They still have to go over a huge flank. Oh, and yep, there's the Death Blossom we were talking about.
Zarya's basically dead here. No.
But Purdue just kind of turned into a completely different team. They're playing the tempo. They're playing together on who they're engaging on. And instead of waiting for the enemy team's engage to kind of level things out, that Death Blossom was kind of an exception to the rule there. And the enemy team, because of how fast it's played, has no ults.
Oh. This is a very nice Genji 1v1 to see. Though nothing comes of it. Fair, given that everyone's being healed. Almost getting this Juno pick angle, oh, but does seem like Base Ayaka might die here. Well, can't get them all.
It was an ambitious attempt.
Opening up, well, Don't really know
This is
what's
tragic.
happening here, but it
No
does
supports
seem
on
like
Purdue, so it's going to be very hard for them to actually clean this up.
yeah, it does look like Mecha Ray is just clicking on them over there, but alas, he will end up dying.
It was
But they
it
did
was
crash
an attempt, but
99%.
basically I was trying to hold the supports and choke, and then maybe the team could come in behind and get kills.
Oh,
It looks
no,
like
it doesn't. Red team
four
still has both
ults.
support ults.
Yeah, four
Like,
ults from Purdue and the three ults from Purdue actually, and four ults coming up for Wright State, which is going to be a
oh
very hard
god.
situation.
Yeah, they look. The okay, grab used by Zarya.
Mm,
There's just so much stuff on the screen right now.
mm.
Everyone's kind of. Oh my god. Both Genji's bladed, both Zarya's grabbed, but it does seem base Tayaka got 3? Question
The
mark?
enemy
Maybe
Zarya's
even-
grab in both Juno's orbital raid, the enemy Zarya's grab was better, but base Tayaka's blade was better.
Right. Oh, and that
That was
they
it.
capped.
One fight and it's over.
That I couldn't even see what's happening during the grab. Question mark?
Yeah,
Well, I guess we'll
the
see
grab.
now. That has got to be play of the game. No, yeah, well, not now, but after
Yeah.
the
Oh my
next point.
goodness. A Torbjorn? Is that a Torbjorn coming out from Wright State Green?
I didn't realize it could blink and the game could, and the round could be over. That's crazy. Grab on the grab is just so wild, but it seems like base Nayaka wasn't caught in the grab.
Yeah, basically Aka already dashed out for the blade. The grab caught two people
Makes
on
sense.
Purdue who were no longer in the Juno orbital ray, and Purdue's grab
Hmm.
was into the enemy's Juno orbital ray, which is why the grab was worse. There really is a Torbjorn coming out here. It may be a charge farm, though, for the Zarya. Rafflecopter may love the fact that there's a Torb on the enemy team, actually.
Yeah. I'm kind of just holding them here at this choke.
Well, the key here is Mecha Ray.
Yeah, Mecha Ray just trying to click on this door, but shifting out.
The Reaper's going to
Kinda
do
just
much more
trading back
close.
and forth here.
Ooh.
Does die to the Tracer. But Zara is just kind of zoning them away, and Bastanaka might get the pick on the Juno, but kind of does have to dash out for. Oh!
Oh, that's so tragic.
Interesting. Off angle Curie. Well, not really off angle. Staying on top of box Curie. They're kind of just holding space for each other.
Still an off angle.
They do get the Tracer, though Zarya is dead. That is a bit awkward.
Oh, this is very tragic.
Yeah, this is very awkward. Oh. Okay.
I just cleaned up from the enemy team.
Okay.
Purdue started losing after Mecha Ray got picked by the Tracer, but then they stabilized well. They just weren't able to close out the fight.
Yeah,
Coming
it
up on
seems like
grab
they
from Rafflecopter here.
it seems like they unfortunately let Rafflecopter die while they were killing the Tracer. Yeah. But they're re-entering here at this angle. Maybe?
Looks like Rafflecopter's
Got
looking for
stupid.
grab energy. Alt charge at least.
Yeah.
Rafflecopter could have farmed that turret for energy. There, yep, there it is.
Nice. Oh no. Rafflecopter does seem a bit low, not gonna lie. Oh, saved. And grabbed a health pack, so this is
Alright.
chill. Both Zaryas have grabbed now.
Yeah, Purdue has lost
It's
this
kinda
fight. They're
be-
down 2 players.
Yeah, just kind of have
How
to
they get through this
restabilize
choke
and
is
look
going to
for-
be extremely important.
Especially with the turret, it kind of seems like they should just go around to the right.
Unfortunate.
Oh. Okay.
Unfortunate.
That's not good at all.
Yeah.
Well, calling the grab, Lavadon.
You know, the worst part about that is
And
that they
GG.
used 2 of their 5 ults, and they still have more ults than Purdue. And Purdue's lower on point charge.
Break swap.
The enemy
coming out?
team's ults aren't very strong. It looks like we switched to Brig from Juno without a Juno ult coming out. Maybe
Oh,
the Tracer is seen
that
as a
is-
problem. Oh, that's so unfortunate. This is the only
Okay.
opportunity Purdue has to play. They have to do something.
Okay.
Mecha Ray? Maybe ult? Mecha Ray,
That's a
maybe
large
ult?
graph, but
I think Mecha Ray just
No.
had to ult that. I am of the opinion that the only way you win this is if Mecha Ray ults that and kills 4. They're going monkey to try and touch, but I don't think they should be able to touch realistically here. even
Yeah,
with the
they don't really have the
Kitsune.
time.
Yeah.
And oh
Yeah. Mekare
goodness.
unfortunately did need to ult that Grav, even with the Zar bubble, even with all the damage up, and just try and get 3 with Reaper combo and Grav to turn around that fight.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is
I wonder
going to
what
be very
happened.
close.
Maybe he just didn't press the button in time. Like,
I think
that's kind of
there was the
unfortunate.
thought
Maybe
that
thought,
they could have contested with it.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
So we're going Zarya into
That
Zarya.
is,
Funnily enough, I prefer Monkey on this map. Uh, Zarya can be good, but it's going to be largely dependent on who gets the point first. And I think that Kiriko Juno are going to have a strong... Oh, the Monkey does come out. Never mind. Monkey is coming out from
okay.
Purdue.
Oh, and we're going with Break Anna. Okay.
Would prefer... No, with the Reaper, Genji makes more sense than the Tracer.
This is
Unfortunately,
Zarya causing a
Rafflecopter
lot
is
of
getting
problems.
shredded.
Yeah.
No bubble is very bad for Purdue
The
right now.
turret is up there and he's still very alive. Turret is just getting so much damage onto everyone. But they are repositioning themselves around the point.
They're tragically permanently down cooldowns. Rafflecopter never has a bubble to use to go in.
Yeah. And then you got this Tracer dancing around the back line. Ana is honestly not protected at all right now.
Yeah, this is
Probably because
very
Brady's
tragic.
dead.
Rafflecopter's off the
Yeah,
map.
no. Yeah, rest in
So,
peace,
as I
though.
was saying, Zarya comps are very strong if you win the first fight. Unfortunately, they won the first fight, and so as such, Purdue does swap over to the Zarya to try and break this choke point coming up here. Base Dayaka on Tracer instead of Genji, probably in response to the Torbjorn turret. And being
Loki
able
the
to mark the
Dorter is
enemy
doing a
Tracer.
lot.
Yes, this Torbjorn turret is giving them a lot of issues. A Pulse Bomb does get Zeratul. This is very
Okay, I
tragic.
mean, we're just zoning him out with the Zarya charge.
And Purdue
It's
is
all instantly
getting
dying.
picked a lot at the beginning, and this next fight is probably also a loss with the ults coming up on the enemy team unless Nano makes, let's say, Mecha Ray or Base Yaga extremely clutch. More likely Mecha Ray here with the Kiriko Suzu being a factor for the backline and Mecha Ray being able to try and walk down the Zarya and make space if they get Nano out, but more than likely, the Zarya is just going to try and grab them at this choke. That's why she's playing so aggressively. She's going to press Q here in 3, 2, 1, probably Q them. Very surprised she's not queuing them. Kitsune comes out instead.
Kitsune coming out. Brig coming out. Oh, but both DPS dead for the team, but they're still pushing up. I mean, Brig is kind of just zoning them away. Rafflecopter is still pretty alive. Grab gets
Wow.
no one from the enemy team. Interesting. Maybe that was a misclick.
Rafflecopter kills himself with right
Getting the
click.
ult. Okay. This
The
is
Molten
awkward.
Core got a lot of value, unfortunately.
I just honestly don't see the Purdue comp winning this one. And okay, yeah, the swap does come out from Takiri from. Okay.
It's
Wow.
extremely hard. They have Orbital Ray on right state, which should be a fight win in a map like Lijiang unless someone comes from an off angle. So Orbital Ray is forced early,
Yeah.
which is actually good for Purdue here.
Yeah, they started kind of far back.
That is not good.
Base Ayaka kind of getting low and
Yeah.
dead. Zertul's dead. Leviathan dead.
A tragic
yeah, no,
conclusion
that's
to an
pretty
extremely
GG's.
close series.
Yeah, I mean, the series is very entertaining to watch. I just don't think the composition matchup was really good here, especially for the last map. I think the Lucio ban really hurt.
Yeah, Lucio Ban really says a huge part of the team was the way the ball comp was keeping everyone together. Oh, wait, does the Nerf bat actually make that noise? That's so funny.
Wow. That was kind of a crazy foreplay.
Yeah, it's trying to have a tragic series, but is what it is. GG's to Wright State Green. Both teams played extremely well. Close series. You have any closing remarks?
I think the Lijiang was very well played match from Wright State. Like the Torb swap was really interesting, and like it worked really well. And then just the way that they use the Zarya, it just I don't know, it low-key just shredded the entire team, and then it didn't seem like Purdue Black could find their footing in the matchup, especially with no Lucio. And then you had, like, Base Ayaka, like, who is the strongest character is definitely Genji. You had Base Ayaka playing a different character. I mean, it just didn't really seem to be working out.
Yeah, very tragic. I think the mid-game swaps from Wright State were the biggest issue that we faced. The Juno swap and the Torp swap.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely seems like the mid-game swaps, like, Purdue can't especially when they do their own mid-game swaps in response, they can't seem to find their footing and flow to, like, I don't know, get back into it.
Yeah, but besides that, GG's to Wright State Green, and good night.
Yeah, that was all some crazy stuff. That was pretty cool. I thought it was good, but I don't know, like, Overwatch is just so fast-paced that sometimes, like, I just look and then I don't understand what's happening, and then it stops happening and I don't know what to say. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, it's hard to figure out, like, the specific abilities that people are using. If, like yeah. Uh, oh my god. No, I didn't realize my like, the words don't sound similar till you say them out loud, I swear. Yeah, literally. But yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, like, the ult is pretty easy, like, they they say it in game. Like, yeah, but it's super fun. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense, yeah. I'll definitely go to the masterclass thing that's happening on the 5th. That should be cool. Yeah, well, thank you for color casting the game. You're welcome. It was fun, it's fun. Oh, are there actually? Wait, where? Oh. Are you on Roasting? Oh, I see. That makes sense. That's hilarious. You're all powerful. I can only see people who are in casting. Oh my god. It's hilarious. Everyone else finished so fast. Mhm. Yeah, that totally makes sense. That's wild though. Like, we used our whole 2 hours. It's definitely a cool experience. Well, Hope so. There's a lot of teams.